Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Louis Rodriguez, aka Mr. Nuke, over at Nuclear Productions. I'm actually in the middle of getting ready to change the name of the company over to Napalm Entertainments um, for certain reasons. But other than that, let's get to the movie. For the intro, I decided to use um, my DJI Mini, and it's the Mavic Mini. For that scene, I decided to take it up as high as I could, with the restrictions with the FAA around here. So I had to kind of like abide by their guidelines as well. So I went up as high as I could, and I decided to use that just to kind of give it kind of like that eerie feel of something that's floating in the air, something unnatural, to kind of give it like a ghostly feel, like it's coming down and it's just spinning around and coming down towards the to view the children playing in the yard, and at the same time I wanted it to kind of like give it a good transition from that into the talent sitting on the porch. As you notice, when it came down and it transitioned, I gave it a nice little crossfade. I felt as though that would have been the perfect type of transition for that scene. Um, a lot of the sound effects and everything else was all pre-planned. If you notice, as you're looking at the screen, you can see that with the color grading, although it was wintertime and pretty cold outside, I actually wanted to give it a color grading to kind of match the style of the talent, being that he was the writer, wearing such a tropical shirt. So I wanted it to make it feel like if it was sunny, So from there, we ended up making it look like he was in a dream. So he passes out and he goes into this unknown area, and he's like so confused. And the way we ended up lighting that was really simple. We just kept everything completely dark and just used one light source. And the only light source that we really had was a little equipment called the Aperture MC. If you haven't heard about it, check it out. You can go on Google. It's the Aperture MC. For that back area where we lit up the guy where he's kind of like walking off creepy looking, we actually ended up using one of the tungsten lights, but we took all the coolness out of the light. We wanted to give it warm, like a warmer look. We kind of wanted to have it look like a kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street type of look, where it's like in a gritty, hot basement. And we ended up transitioning upstairs, and you can see the lady, how we put some blue lights on her. Those were actually strobe lights that we used for that. Those strobe lights are really inexpensive. We probably spent like maybe a total of like $100, $100 on just getting those two little lights. The Aperture MC was the most expensive one, but it's not bad. It's actually worth it. There's so many things that you can do with that little light. They actually came out with a newer version, it's like a wand. Um, as he continued going through and he saw the lady, we wanted to give him that feeling like there was somebody there that he should have been talking to, but when he gets into the room, there's nobody there. So we transition from looking over the shoulder to being in a personal view, like his own POV, so that we could look around the room and see that there was no one there. And then he goes upstairs and notices that there's a guy standing in the corner. So he drops down to the ground, which I wanted to give it that eerie feeling like, oh my God, I got to be quiet. I can't make that guy move, because if he does, I might end up dead like these people on the ground. You know, my goal was to make it as creepy as possible. I didn't want to go against the school policy too much, especially with the graphics, because I had one of my really good friends who's a special effects makeup artist. She was the one who actually did all the makeups and all the special effects with the blood and everything. The hanging eyeballs, the ear being cut off, his wife's neck was slit. The little boy sitting up against the crate. When we did that, that's actually, tried to make it look like he was hanging from the little rope and dead at the same time, but the guy thought that he may have been alive. A lot of this was more meant to be for a longer series, which I will be putting out. And it's like, when we were going through all this, I noticed that the more we shot, the better the shots became. Even though we had a good shot, we'd redo the shot just to redo it, just to see if we missed something, because it never hurts to redo a scene. Even though you think you have it great, maybe one more time would be that push. And then it comes down to when he wakes back up off the dream, and you notice how he gets up and you see the blood print. That's where I really wanted to get people, was the part of showing, like, oh my God, he was in a dream, but really in his dream, it was the computer that possessed him to go and actually kill his family for real. So while he was doing what he was doing in the dream, he was really killing his family. I hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, this is Lewis, aka Mr. Nuke, checking out. Have a nice day, and God bless.